work?
So I'm still doing like the light rehab. Everything should be done. Well, the whole building should be done by November the 1st, God willing. Far as like the tenant placement, I'm not really concerned about it because I have a network of people who are competent that can help me succeed in that. So, and then with that being said, I always like to touch on like your network is your net worth. So the people who you know can definitely open up doors, especially if you have a mentor. I was just telling one of my I consider him a little brother to me. We was in a car yesterday, so if he ever see this, he'll know who he is. But I was talking to him the other day, saying that a mentor. I will always tell people to get mentors to advocate for that, whether it be a mentor financially, spiritually, physically. Just have some type of a mentor that can help bridge the gap of your lack of experience. That's really what having a mentor is about. To bridge the gap of your lack of experience and years in the area that you want to be, in the area you want to excel at.
I hear a lot of people talk about getting mentors, and it makes sense. What do you think stops people from trying to get a mentor or actively seeking out a mentor? What do you think that is? Because I've noticed people, it should be easy, and you would think that a person that has a lot of knowledge would want to share it at some point. When you're in grind mode, fair enough, you kind of like focus, your head is down, and you're trying to build. But at one point, when you get to that plateau, so to speak, you start sharing knowledge, and you can become a mentor to other people. But what do you think stops people from going out and reaching out to get mentors? Because that's good advice, and I hear it all the time, and it's repeated advice, which kind of tells me that some people they don't always make the move to get a mentor. They always try to focus and do everything by themselves. Because I have to say, in my personal experience, I've been like that. Even before, like take all like these cameras and stuff like that. I had to bite the bullet and reach out to someone who was more experienced to really, really learn. I can do it myself, but it would just take too long.
Right.
What is, in your opinion, would stop people? Because you're giving the advice. I don't think you have to convince yourself to reach out for a mentor. You know what I'm saying? So what do you think it stops? What do you think helps prevents other people from reaching out?
I think it's two things. I'm gonna say the first thing. The first thing is that it's a saying that when the student is ready, the teacher will come or will arrive. And to piggyback off of that, enter into the next part that I was gonna say is that I think at the end of the day, it's kind of a pride and ego thing. Because like even you just mentioned, you had to bite the bullet to reach out to somebody to ask for help. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
So we have to get rid of that pride and ego and I can do it by myself. Like, nah, bro. Like, well, nah, sis. Like, it's so many different people out here. That's why I don't mind like going to certain events to network and try and find a mentor or just asking for help. I'm not like I'm cool. Like at the end of the day, like I said, I'm Muslim. So I know that I can't do everything on my own. And I know that Allah or the creator is in control. So automatically that pride and ego, that's out the door for me. So I think with other people, they just need to let that pride and ego out of their heart, out their whole body and just like, dang, I need help. Let me search. Even in the Bible, it says seek and you shall find, correct? Right. So
okay. So it's an ego thing.
I think it's a pride and ego thing.
Pride and ego thing. I mean, I would agree with you on that. Because I'm used to figuring stuff out, and sometimes you just can't.
Right, and that's okay.
you just can't. Sometimes you just gotta reach out, pick up the phone, man, and just be like, hey, listen.
Yeah, it's okay.
I need some. The funny thing is, when I did reach out, the person that reached out had a hell of followers. I was sitting at I had 1,000 people following me, maybe, and he was at 15,000. I didn't even think he was gonna even respond. And dude actually responded back. It was like, yo, I got to shoot. Here's the address. Come through. It's like,
see what happens when you let that.
Yeah, we just let it go. And ever since then, I've had no problem being
Absolutely.
let me go ahead and let me just pick up the phone
and
call it a day. Yo, I need help with that. I don't know how to write the contracts. Can you send me one? I was just doing a shoot the other day with a buddy of mine, and I told him straight up. I said, "Yeah, I'm going full time doing this, so I need help with
X, Y, and Z.
X, Y, and Z, and more specifically contracts."
Right.
And he said, "Oh, I got you. I'll send that to you as soon as we get done with this. I got you. No problem."
See?
And all you got to do is ask. Exactly. Say it again because you say it so eloquently. Say it again. What was your net worth? Is what?
Your network is your net worth. So
you're right, man. You know, you're right. You are absolutely correct. And I'm glad to have you on to say that so we can push it out to further out into the ether, man.